Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Beyond the South Stand with me, Jez Davies. I am joined with the sexiest man in Durham, Mr. Morgan Hewitt. How are you, sir?
Incorrect. I'm not in Durham, so
well, you are from Durham.
I can't have that. Yeah, but I can't have the accolade. Right today,
where
maybe
are you?
Sexiest man in Fulham.
Sexiest man in Fulham. Yeah. You're sitting about a stone's throw away from Craven Cottage. Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah, I am weirdly, but I can hear the game being played, the women's game being played. I think Fulham are ahead, but yeah, that's where I am. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you very much. And we've had some really good news the last couple of days, haven't we, on the channel? And I think we've got a new partner.
Yes, we do. What are you grinning for?
Well, I'm absolutely delighted, and it is the Freemasons pub in Norwich, and they've not finally, that's the wrong way of putting it. They've agreed to get involved with this marriage project, haven't they? So yeah, it's really good. I'm really pleased.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about what our listeners can expect from that partnership.
So obviously, yeah, exciting times. Freemasons is situated on the top of Hall Road, so nearest near to the football ground, that side of Hall Road. So subscribers of this channel can expect 10% off food and drink if they show a valid subscription on their phone at the bar. And also we are excited to be releasing in the not so distant future some sexy merchandise as modeled by myself and Jez. So t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and they'll also be available via the Freemasons Arms. Not only that, but the Freemasons Arms is not only a great pub, but a great event space. So they regularly do different events and things in the local area. So I think I'm just really stoked to kind of end up working with them.
Yeah, completely agree. I'm really pleased. And so we do have a game this Saturday, so obviously if you do head down to the Freemasons Arms, please do show that you are a subscriber of Beyond the Barclay and you'll get 10% off your feed and drink. Is this man that we're talking to this evening off to the Freemasons Arms on Saturday? That's what I want to know. Mr. Luke Burns, how are you, sir?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for coming back on again.
It's a pleasure. Good to be back.
Excellent.
Yeah. For those who aren't aware, Luke was an exceptional guest over the summer who participated in our off-script shenanigans where we talked to fans of clubs that had gotten either promoted through the leagues or into Europe. So, Luke, you must be pretty happy at the moment. I mean, like obviously by the sort of the cup exit, but in general, would you say you're fairly happy with how things are going?
I'd say so. Yeah, I think we've. Well, I think we're performing the way we should be. Really, it's not been an easy season, but generally we're in a good run of form at the moment, and I don't think I can complain. The championship is it's like a watered down Premier League now, I think, isn't it? So
yeah,
to make that jump up from League One to the championship is it's not an easy one. So no, we're doing well at the moment.
No, it's good to see it. I mean, I think sort of jumping into some of the questions that we'd set you, they're more discussion points really. But you've been on a bit of an unbeaten run recently. I think when we was looking earlier on, it's about 9 games, but including obviously the fact you went to penalties against Leeds. But
yeah,
do you think our home form, or should I say momentum, outweighs Birmingham's unbeaten run? And what do you think the score will essentially be on Saturday?
Well, you've got a new manager now, haven't you?
Yeah,
who's obviously had an effect on you because I think obviously Liam Manning didn't find it quite that easy.
No,
to manage you guys, and unfortunately you had to change managers, but it's worked out well for you.
It has. I mean, it was actually, sorry to interrupt, his first game was against Birmingham.
Yeah,
at St Andrews.
Ironically, yeah. And obviously we went on and beat you 4-1 then, but
Cheers.
you hide it. Yeah, thanks, mate.
But of course, you need to time to turn these things round, of course, don't you? And
Yeah, of course.
it's obviously worked well in your favour because you are in good form at the moment, as are we, and I think it will be a hard game. You know, we're not a million miles apart. We're 7 points between us at the moment. It's a fairly tight league as well at the moment, and so I think it'll be difficult. I'd like to think we could win, but Carrow Road isn't an easy place for us.
No, as it's shown down the years.
Yeah, we don't tend to win at Carrow Road. It's a long way from Birmingham. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. So I'm probably going to go with a draw actually for this.
Okay, what do you reckon, Morgan?
I was sort of veering towards a draw, but also because we're top of the form league, aren't we? Currently, and we can't. I mean, some of the football I've seen from us recently reminds me of a certain here fuck like way back in the day. So I've put. I'm going for 2-1 to Norwich, but I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk. That's for sure. I don't think it's going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy game, but I think this is the litmus test for us, Jez. I think that, Cov, we played Cov when they were off form. So I think if we can play well against a club like Birmingham now in this season, I think it sets us in good stead for next. And this is probably a litmus test to see how well we fare against teams that we should be going toe to toe with.
No, I mean, we're going to be talking a little bit about player absentees later on, but I mean that's the only thing that I can see that's going to derail us at the moment is the fact that we've got so many out injured, and you know, Birmingham are a strong team. I mean, Morgan, did you want to move on to question 2? I mean, we have touched upon it already, but perhaps you can expand.
Yeah, because it segues nicely. So your record against us at Carrow Road isn't necessarily the best. However, you did obviously you did just smack us 4-1 this season, so it sets up an interesting dynamic. From what my friends said, from the rumours, you're not amazing away on the road. Is that fair to say, or are you fairly indifferent?
Average. It's I wouldn't say we're fantastic, but you know, another day. It's a difficult league, and I don't think I don't think Norwich is a great place for us really. But we're gonna carry on the way we played against Leeds, which was a great game. Although we actually lost, we lost on penalties, but it was actually a very good game. We played very well, and unfortunately, we just didn't have enough quality at the end to win to finish them off. So I think we're going to use that, I think, and go back into this game and put a good performance in. But I think we'll be a little bit more defensive, I'm going to say, and go for a draw. I think that's more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Jez. What do you think about when teams sort of sit back? We have an ability now to unlock them, whereas before we were just like under. I don't want to go over this because I think the bloke Manning has had enough of a pelting from our fans, and I think given his personal circumstances, I don't know if you know, Luke, but you know, there's some pretty tragic circumstances around Manning before he took this job. And I don't think he's really, I don't think he's necessarily dealt with these things, and he's gone back into management, and it, didn't work out for whatever reason. But
I'm not sure I'm aware of that actually, Morgan. But
I mean, you can. It's just something to do with a child loss. So pretty deep, pretty tragic stuff.
Quite deep. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you know that probably would have affected the way he carried himself, managed his staff. We've seen a complete uptick in how everything across the board, like to be a Norwich fan is actually like, oh man, I can remember actually enjoying football for fucking seasons, man. Like I can't remember the last time I actually really enjoyed, going to Carrow Road and watching a game of football. For now, I mean that when we beat Hull 4-0, Jez, do you remember that day? That was pretty good. But but teams that sit back now, whereas before I'd be like, oh man, we're going to play, I don't know, say West Brom, because West Brom came to Carrow Road earlier in the season and won 1-0. And like they scored and just sat back, and we could have been there for half a day. We wouldn't have got anything out of it. So I think it's a tricky one, because if you sit back, we'll find a way, but then if you try and come out and attack, you'll leave space, and we at the moment, touch wood, have enough wingers, and just about enough wingers, because most of them are injured, to cause a bit of an upset. So I think you want to, I reckon, try and take the game by the scruff of the neck, but I mean that won't be up to me, obviously.
Yeah, no, that's it. And I think you're right, Morgan. We are completely different to how we were under Manning, and I think teams are finding that out at the moment. And the only sort of times that we haven't done that is against Stoke, when all the players were knackered from Christmas, and Middlesbrough, who are probably the best team in the league, really, if you think about it, bar Coventry. But I think if we get the early goal, that would be beneficial for us. I know seems like a really silly thing to say, but I think the longer it stays at 0-0, or if Birmingham score first, I think then that could be challenging. So the one thing I would say about Clement is he seems to have a plan for every single team that comes to Carrow Road. It doesn't just it's not, I mean, that's carry on.
God, yes, that segues nicely into question 3, actually.
Yeah, and I think I'll probably go with that then. So, looking at sort of how each team plays, then, do you think Norwich's pressure will lead to the goals, or will Birmingham be able to break them up on the counter attack?
Difficult one, really. I think Davis has got us playing quite well. We don't tend to sort of sit back on much, really, I suppose, but it's difficult because we're away from home, really. It's at home, the atmosphere is a lot.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's the home. It's the home atmosphere, and we, our attendances are a hell of a lot better now, and so at home we'd be up for it, a lot more attacking. Away from home, not so sure. But we've made some decent signings in this transfer window, and I can see we are a lot more attack minded now, and our shape has changed to suit that, and we're a lot more possession based as well.
Amazing.
And Chris Davis is his style is different to what we're used to. We've had previous managers where, especially away from home, we would be like lumping the ball up out from the back to the striker, and kind of hoping for the best. But I think we've moved away from that now, and so it'll be an interesting game. And what's your style then?
I was going to say, before we do answer that, who are some of the players that you've brought in over the transfer window?
We've got rid of quite a few people, first of all, but the thing is, what happened is that I think we've signed a few players before, and I think the problem is that we built up a good squad, which was probably better than League One standard, okay, but the Championship has changed now. It's like I said earlier, it's a watered down Premier League, and not all players make that transition well. So we actually turfed out quite a few players. We got rid of like Lyndon Dykes, and we've brought in really to complement the likes of Stansfield. We've got August Prisk.
Oh yeah,
I've got to say, don't know much about some of these players, but he hasn't started any games for us, but he looks quite sharp. And we've got Ibrahim Osman. I think we got him from Brighton, and he's looking really good actually, and he's starting more for us now, starting games.
Yeah.
And Carlos Vicente as well in midfield. So we've signed some good players. Not really well known players though, but you know, from what I've seen, they do look good, and against Leeds especially, most of them featured.
No, definitely, and I think your sort of the answer to your question that you posed to me was we're more sort of high press counter attack style. He's not afraid to put it long. So our first goal against Oxford was essentially an assist by our goalkeeper Dan Grimshaw. And Motores had the presence of mind just to run in and tap it into an empty net essentially because he beat the goalkeeper. So yeah, it's very mixed, but there is a lot of high intensity, high press up top, which has.
I've noticed that Luke, you mentioned about possession based football, and I think it's a word that sends a shiver down my spine. Jez, I don't know about you, but it's like under Manning. It was kind of almost like just keeping the ball for the ball's sake, and it was so dull. But some of the play against West Brom in the cup the other day when we won 3-1. Some of that was like it was kind of like there's a bit of possession based football because they said that I think West Brom sat back quite deep, when they didn't have the ball, and was sort of just working it out. And there was shades of Manning ball in there, but then when we did find those opportunities of space and those pockets of space, we were quick on the turnover. So it wasn't like whereas under Manning, Luke, we would just pass it from side to side back to the defence,
from side to side,
keeping the ball,
just for the sake of it, and not like doing much with it.
Yeah. And now it's completely different. It's with intent, and like the turnover is so quick when they do find that space. I mean, we had what was the Paris Mahoma, a new signing that we've got he played for Brentford, but was at Bolton for a while in League One, and it was some of the stuff that guy was producing was just it was tricksy. It was it was super silky, but I think he get told off at halftime for overplaying. So
essentially, Phil Clement said he's not. This isn't the circus. Stop with the tricks, essentially, which I thought was quite a funny quote. And I mean, probably said with a little bit of banter in, but probably not actually. But you know what I mean. That's sure. Right. I think that probably leads us nicely into question 4 then, Mr. Hewitt.
So I guess player availability and key absences. Anyone you've sort of mentioned who you've brought in? Is there anyone that's sort of out for the count, as it were? Because Jez mentioned earlier about the Norwich squad being ravaged by injury, and it is. Anyone that's key players missing for you that you're worried about?
But I think the only one I know of, I think, is Marvin Dutch. But apart from that, I think we've got we've got plenty of options there, and certainly not as bad as Norwich.
Oh God, yeah.
With respect to injuries, so we're not too bad on that front. And we've also not just signed attacking players. We've signed Kai Wagner as well. No namesake with Tom Wagner, our owner, but and John Solis as well. So it is a midfielder, but it's interesting because we haven't got many what you call name players, but we've obviously done our homework and found some, some decent players.
Yeah, 100%.
So it'll be interesting. But going back to what we were saying, we're not as if injury ravaged as you guys are. So yeah,
no, yeah, we are struggling. And I can't put my finger on it. I think I was starting to think about it.
Why is that? Is it just bad luck or?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture, Luke. I think some of it's bad luck, some of it's poor injury management as well. And I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but you can just tell that some of these players are loaded with too much. And I think Phil Clement, had to address the fitness issues that he was presented with, shall we say, when he rocks up, and he did. But I think that's come at a cost with a few of the players. So, I think when we played you at Birmingham, we were very unfit, and you could tell that because I say that I think you only scored 1 second half, but you were already 3-1 up. But you just looked out on their legs. And I think the Blackburn game, or the West Brom game, I think the players could have run for another 20 minutes and been absolutely fine. So I think we've addressed the fitness issues, but it does seem to have come at a cost to sort of some of the longer term injuries that we've picked up. Would you say that, Morgan?
Yeah, I mean, we were unfortunately we were due to have a guest on, a former player on Beyond the Barclay recently, but he was on a thing called Canary Call, which is a Norwich City chat to local radio, and he's saying that the under the youth setup in the UK isn't as rigorous in terms of how youth goes through it. In relation to how the Championship and the Prem is played now, so you're finding a lot of players with it that get injured. I mean, last season we had we were in the same boat. We had so many players injured and out, suspended, soft tissue injuries and all things like that. And I think that it's just because of the amount of games they play and how fast the league is and how fast and intense the Prem is, that players' bodies just can't cope. And we're not the only club in the Championship that's got like so many players out injured. What are we on, 12, something like that?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's 12. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. And it was, as I said, it was starting to look a little bit better. And I think one of the things when Clement come in, he said, "Oh, that's something I'm going to look to address." But again, I don't think you can in 2-3 months that he's been with us. It's obviously a longer term thing, isn't it? And something that does need to be probably looked at in the summer. But we will see. Gents, I'm going to have a look at the next question before we hand over to Morgan's random question of the week, which is definitely happening, by the way. So start thinking about it. What's your objectives for the season then, Luke? I mean, I'll tell you what Norwich's is. I would say we're happy with mid-table. We are happy with. I mean, I am. I think some people look at the playoffs and they're not that far away, but I'd be delighted to finish mid-table. What about yourself?
That's an interesting question. I think I wouldn't mind us finishing mid-table as it's our first season back in the Championship. But I think the playoffs are something that we're looking at, and I certainly think the owners will want us to be going for the playoffs. Yeah. So I think we will try and go for the playoffs. I don't see us going. I don't see us getting past that and going first or second. But it's definitely achievable.
I think yourself and Wrexham have, you've both done really well, and obviously you're
Wrexham are in a fantastic position. It's good to see.
100%.
Yeah, and it's never an easy league. The Championship isn't, but Chris Davis has done a great job for us in general. I think he came in with a little bit of stick. Yeah, probably before Christmas because our form wasn't good. But I couldn't imagine us going down and getting relegated at that point. I sort of knew he would turn it around a bit, really.
Yeah.
And he's had a transfer window as well to get rid of some of the fringe players and bring some new players in, and I think that's helped as well. We're looking good. And against the Baggies, we look great. But it was unfortunately one of those games where we tried and tried, but we were just never going to score.
Yeah.
And then it was just one of those games, and of course when we did score, it was offside.
As always, is the way, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm really pleased. I'm sure most Blues fans would agree as well. We're 11th at the moment, so I think that's good. And but yeah, I think we'll realistically want to go for the playoffs.
Amazing. Okay, right, Morgan. I don't know if you can turn your chair around, can you? Because I think you're on a sofa today, so you might have to.
Sofa, so good.
So yeah, oh God, here we go.
Nice pun.
Right.
So because, I know I'm full of it. I'm full of something. Full of something. Luke, I know that you came on in the summer and you were. Did I give you a random question of the week then as well? Can't remember.
I think you did, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
was it not Simpsons related? Didn't you do? Because you did a play on his surname being Burns, or maybe that's someone else. I don't know.
I don't know. But obviously, I can't. Unfortunately, I am on a sofa, so I can't turn my chair around. But it doesn't mean to say I can't have fun with these things. So, without further ado, because we don't have the chair, I'm just going to have to use a prop instead. So, random. Luke's face.
Okay.
Random question of the week.
Is it in relation to this, what you're wearing at the moment, or is that?
No, it's just the hand. It was just the hand. I have to caveat these are not mine. Obviously, it's not something I'd choose to wear.
Okay.
So obviously you're from Birmingham, and
we'll give that away.
Famous for lots of things like canals, industry, cotton wool, mills.
Peaky Blinders.
Cotton wool. Are we famous for that? I don't know about cotton wool.
Cotton wool mills. So industry. Then also Peaky Blinders.
Cotton wool.
Cotton wool.
I don't think we're famous for that. Industry, yeah, but not cotton wool.
Okay. So Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Who out of the Peaky Blinders would most represent Birmingham City Football Club, and why?
I have only seen one episode of Peaky Blinders.
I don't believe
That'll do.
So I can't actually answer that because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Would you believe?
Jez, have you watched it?
I've seen a lot. I think it's got to be what's his brother called? Arthur. Yeah, Arthur. It's got to be Arthur, and I think he features quite heavily in some of Birmingham City's social medias. Sometimes I think if you sign a new player, they go, "Oh, go and get Arthur Shelby. He'll announce it for us." So
yeah,
you're
right.
So yeah, I mean, it would be Arthur Shelby for me. I just can't believe you haven't watched Peaky Blinders, Luke. To be honest,
I've seen one episode. Yeah, I've seen one episode.
Was that enough?
It's one of those really. I've got to I think I've got to give it a chance, but I don't know. I watch a lot of stuff, and I couldn't get into it.
What was the last thing you watched, or your favourite thing you've watched recently?
Alan Partridge, but you know I'm a Partridge buff.
Yeah.
As are you, Jez. So
yeah, I really enjoyed the last series. I thought it was amazing. I thought that was better than the one show piss take that he did. I thought that was good, but it was nice to see Lynn back on TV a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
Partridge, yeah.
Okay.
I love Partridge, but yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, 100%. So Morgan's random question of the week extra. Who would be your who would most represent Birmingham City out of the Alan Partridge, all of his TV programs he's ever done. Who would most represent Birmingham City from there?
That's a difficult question. Who out of Alan Partridge would represent Birmingham? That's a hard question, actually.
Not the super fan, then. Not the one that he goes into the room and he's got photos in.
No,
Jed
no,
Maxwell. Jed Maxwell.
Jed Maxwell. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We've probably got a few fans actually with tattoos like that. With yeah. I think we probably have actually, but I don't know. You put me on the spot now.
That's what it's all about.
That's the whole purpose of it.
Whoa.
I would say it's probably. Go on, Jed.
No, after you.
Forbes McAllister, the rich kind of white kind of industry owner that you probably haven't seen. It's on Knowing Me, Knowing You, where Alan Partridge actually accidentally shoots Forbes McAllister with a pistol.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Pistol. What about Colonel Kojak Slaphead III? The Ball Brummies. It's got to be them. Colonel Kojak Slaphead III from Knowing Me, Knowing You. One of my favourite scenes in Alan Partridge.
Or the farmers. Partridge, you won't. I won't say the words.
You can't say that. It's a family pod.
Exactly.
This podcast is reminding me a little bit of an Alan Partridge show.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Ask me about. I don't know, just some random subject, really.
That's what it's all about, Luke. Anyway, let's wrap it up. Thanks so much for coming on again, Luke. It's been
absolute pleasure.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll. I hope to catch up with you soon.
Absolutely,
as we said at the start, it's been too long. Morgan, once again, just have a little talk to everyone about our shiny new partners, and once again, what they can expect when they arrive at the Freemasons Arms.
Freemasons Arms, Carrow Road, end of Hall Road. It's a great pub, great event space. You can get 10% off if you are Beyond the Barclay or Beyond the South Stand subscriber. Just flash your phone with your subscription and you get 10% off your drink and food. So be sure to head down to the Freemasons Arms before any home game.
Or away game really. Actually as well. Yeah, if it's home and away. So the offer is on for every single Norwich game. So yeah,
and
really,
of course
really
you can also purchase some trendy new Beyond the Barclay t-shirts.
Yeah.
T-shirts, hoodies,
merchandise now, have you?
Pardon?
Yeah.
You've got merchandise now.
Yeah, expecting order from Solihull. That'll be
and also vulcanized rubber thongs.
I'd have gone with the podcast on the front and the cat on the other side on the mug. That's Alan Partridge.
Yeah, no, definitely. Right, okay. Let's. I think we should leave and end this madness right here. So, please do like and subscribe on our channel for more great content. We are available on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Part of the TalkSport fan network. That is a new one, Luke, because I'm sure you wouldn't have heard that when you came on before. And
brought to you by Ginster's Pasties. Can I say that as well?
No. There are other pasties available.
This is descended into madness.
Yeah.
If we do this any longer, it's just going to be quotes from Alan Partridge. So
exactly.
Best finish, isn't it?
Exactly that. And we are proudly partnered with Master Steel, Pie Design, and the Freemason Arms.
Get in! Football!
Beer. Thanks, everyone. I've been Jez Davies.
I've been the sexiest man in Fulham, Morgan Hewitt.
And I've been Luke Burns.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.